Kanakajaladagatro, Nilashonabjanetro, Mrigamadavaravalo, Malatikundamalo, Taralaturunavesho, Nilapitambaresho, Smaranibritani Kunje, Radhika Krishna Chandra, Tavaivasmi, Najivami Tvayavina, Iti Vigyaradi, Tvamnayamam Charanantike, Madhumadurametan, Mangalanam, Kanakaladati. Saram Chit Swarupam Sakrita Paparigitam Shraddaya Helayava Briguvarana Ramatram Tarayat Krishna Nama Tunditan Deviniratim Vitunate Tundavalilabdaye Karna Krodha Kadambini Vitayate Karnarbudebhyas Preham Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sirvendriyanam Kritim No Jane Janedapyad Viramritai Krishneti Varnadvai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. First of all, my unlimited Dandavat pranams to lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, Nityal Prishna Vishnupada Statra Sata Shrimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Shiksha Gurudeva Swam Vishnupada Statra Sata Shrimad Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj, Shrimati Krishna Priya Thakurani. Also, Satchidananda Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the author of Bhajana-rahasya, all Guru Parampara, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis guests here in Steinheim under Murr. And those who are watching us also in recording, Dandavata Pranama всем, вы поняли кому, Hare Krishna, so we'll be speaking both languages again. So yesterday we started looking into Bhajana-rahasya of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the overview of Bhajana-rahasya. Вчера мы начали обзор Bhajana-rahasya Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura. So, rahasya means confidential secrets. Рахасья означает сокровенное таинство. Как бы секреты баджана была такая книга, но я бы сказал сокровенное таинство. So, it's confidential secrets. We're hearing from the very beginning, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So this be happy has very, very, very deep meaning and very, very deep experience. So that's the whole rahasya, the whole mystery. Мы слышим с самого начала повторяйте Харе Кришна, будьте счастливы. Это «будьте счастливы» имеет очень-очень глубокое значение и очень глубокие таинства содержатся в этом. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not writing any books himself. But at the end of his manifested pastimes in Puri, when he was in Jagannath Puri, he uttered spontaneously 8 verses of Shri Shikshashtaka. You know, Vanessa, you have this book, Shikshashtaka?
At home. Yes.
At home, okay. So that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, he uttered that himself. That is pronounced by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from his heart. Also, he spoke a lot, and Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami later understood and preached his teachings. But Shikshashtaka was momentarily recorded, and he also was explaining himself. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can find at the end, the very end of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's biography, you can see explanations of Shikshashtaka. He's uttering an explanation. That's the witnessing how he was uttering and how he was explaining each verse. Шри Чайтанья Махапрабху не писал книг, но его Шикшаштака не зашла с его лотосных уст. В Чайтанья Чаритамрите Шрила Кришнадас Кавирадж Госвами описывает, как Шри Чайтанья Махапрабху произнес эти стихи и как он их объяснил там же. А остальные вещи он говорил Шри Рупе Госвами, Санатане Госвами, и потом они объясняли. Но сам Шри Чайтанья Махапрабху произнес и объяснил Шикшаштаку. Шикша means instructions, Аштака means 8 verses. Шикша означает наставление, Аштака означает 8 стихов. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Bhajana-rahasya is, constructed around Shikshashtaka, based upon Shikshashtaka. Bhajana-rahasya Шрилы Бхактивинода Тхакура составлена согласно Шикшаштаке, она стоит на Шикшаштаке. So, this one scheme which was added to the first edition of Shikshashtaka. I don't know if in German you have it, the map, you don't have it. Well, the map is there. And for the first edition of Shikshashtaka, I'm sorry, Bhajana-rahasya actually. In Bhajana-rahasya that was. Bhajana-rahasya you don't have in German, no. For English Bhajana-rahasya, first edition 2003, there was one map. And I sadly have it only in Russian electronically. I have it, yes. So anyway, I just took a photo. So if you found first edition, second edition I purchased, no map there. But a very nice map. It describes how Bhajana-rahasya is acting. And so, yes, were you listening the beginning or the end of yesterday's class?
Like the first hour.
First hour, very good. So you heard how each pair of the holy name coincides with each verse of Shikshashtaka, how each level of bhajan coincides with each verse of Shikshashtaka. It's like a circle, a circle. Okay, very good, хорошо. Значит, Bhajana-rahasya в первом английском издании, а также в русском издании была вот эта вот карта, которую мы все обещали вам выслать, никак не вышлем. Кто хочет ее получить, обращайтесь ко мне, вышлю, потому что она где-то есть у преданных в первом издании, но она затерялась вот, по частным коллекциям на бумаге. Вот, а у меня, я перефотографировал, у меня есть. То есть можете посмотреть, как она действует. Вы помните, как мы говорили вчера о том, каким образом первый стих Шикшаштаки содержит все 8, как каждый из стихов Шикшаштаки соответствует определенному уровню баджана, как определенные пары святых имен соответствуют каждому стиху Шикшаштаки, и как временные отрезки Аштакали Лилы также соответствуют каждому стиху. Also, how the time periods in spiritual world coincide to each and every word, each and every verse of Shikshashtaka. Shri Radha and Krishna revealing their eternal pastimes in spiritual world. So there's no time in our sense in spiritual world, but also there's day and night there, but it's outside of time. So divine couple, Shri Radha and Krishna, exhibit their pastimes according to the times, like transcendental times. Sometimes it's morning, sometimes it's daytime, evening, night, like this. So they perform their pastimes. В духовном мире нет времени, но все равно есть день и ночь, есть солнце и луна, и Рада и Кришна совершают свои игры, и утренние, дневные, вечерние, ночные, и все это соответствует различным стихам Шикшаштаки. So we heard yesterday how there are two types of devotees, practitioners and perfected ones. So practitioners are called Ajata Rati sadhakas. Ajata Rati means Rati or ecstatic feeling has not yet awoken in the heart. And Jata Rati means that feeling has awoken. So those devotees who have Rati awoken are called Bhavuka, means Bhava or ecstatic emotion is in their heart. And then being Bhavuka, they drop material body. Material body is just, it cannot, cannot stand under that intense energy of devotion, yes, and they just burn, material body burns. And they take birth in a certain planet where Radha and Krishna are now revealing their pastimes in material world, first in material world. So in the association of eternal associates, they develop their ecstatic feeling. And they become premi, they get prema, all right? So, хорошо, значит, I should not forget about the other part. So, так, значит, два вида преданных мы вчера разбирали. Есть джата-рати садаки и аджата-рати садаки. Аджата-рати садаки — это практикующие преданные. Рати, то есть экстатическое влечение, в сердцах которых еще не проснулось, не пробудилось. Они практикуют здесь, пока оно пробудится, и когда они обретут бхаву, тогда рати, то есть трансцендентная эмоция, в их сердцах проявится. И они таким образом родятся на той планете, где Шри Рада и Кришна сейчас проявляют свои игры. И так они войдут в эти игры. Когда они войдут в эти игры, это уже будет называться према. So there are basically 3 stages of bhajan, if we take 3. Sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, prema bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means the path of practice, starting from shraddha, from faith. Shraddha, faith. So, shraddha, after shraddha comes what? You remember Radha Mohan? Not quite. Oh yes, sadhu sangha, that's true. Sorry. Shraddha means faith. And sadhu sangha means association with devotees. Bhajana kriya, practice of bhajan, number 3. So, having heard from devotees how to do bhajan, a devotee starts bhajan, starts devotional life. During practice of bhajan, anartha nivritti comes. Anartha nivritti means getting freed from inauspicious qualities, anarthas. An means without, artha means value, something having no value. So there are different anarthas, generally 4 times 4, 16. Then after, nishta comes. Nishta means firm bhajan. Мы начали просто перечислять этапы баджана, которые вы уже помните, но для наших слушателей мы повторим. Шрадда означает вера, затем саду-санга, приходит общение с преданными, затем баджана крия или совершение предписанных практик преданного служения. Баджана крия. Затем в ходе баджана крии происходит анарта ниврити, то есть освобождение от нежелательных качеств. 4 × 4 = 16. Затем приходит ништа. Ништа — это твердая вера. So firm faith is already a big achievement. At firm faith, a devotee is totally surrendered to his guru, totally surrendered to the path of bhakti. And if some extraneous thoughts come, like extra thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, material thoughts, by willpower, by power of intelligence, the devotee blocks those thoughts. They stay away. So buddhi purvaka it's called. So this is called nishta. Nishta means firm faith. So our shraddha has to become nishta, firm faith. By the grace of guru, it is possible. So first step is taking shelter of Shri Guru. Yeah. Значит, когда ништа приходит в сердце преданного, это действительно очень большое достижение. Можно сказать, что это революция. В ходе преданного служения преданный полностью предается гуру на уровне ништхи. Тогда под руководством гуру он достигает твердой веры. Если приходят какие-то посторонние мысли, тогда усилием воли, усилием разума преданный отгоняет эти мысли. И тогда его вера становится твердой. So, then at the level of nishta, devotee chants with great faith. When he chants, his bhajan becomes deeper. His bhajan becomes deeper and he gets great, what's that? Ruchi. Ruchi means taste for the holy name first, and for the object of the holy name, that is Krishna himself. So that is ruchi. And when ruchi becomes mature, asakti or ecstatic emotion comes, ecstatic attraction comes, asakti. So that is the end of sadhana. Это конец sadhana. That is the end of sadhana, prescribed practice. Have you heard these 9 before? No. Okay, that's why it's quite technical. So anyway, I'll send you this. Oh, it's in Russian, my God. Anyway, in Bhajana-rahasya you can find these levels here. I can tell you the number of the verse they are given. Adosh Radha Tato Sadhu Sangha in the first yama. Then you can just learn, you know. This is like a seminar, spontaneous seminar. I didn't plan it, but it happened like this.
You can send me this in Russian.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you can translate?
Yeah.
All right. So, but it's a JPG file. Anyway, so ништа, ручи and асакти. Значит, после ништхи баджан становится более зрелым, и вкус, проявляется вкус. Вкус — это очень-очень глубокое влечение к сперва святому имени, и потом к тому, кому принадлежит святое имя, то есть к Кришне. Вкус к баджану, потом к баджании. So taste for bhajan and the taste for bhajaniya means taste for the process and then taste for Krishna himself. And then asakti, asakti means ecstatic attraction, экстатическое влечение. Приходит экстатическое влечение. Then a revolution happens. Sadhana is finished. So revolution happens. What revolution? From the hearts of the eternal residents of spiritual world, a ray comes into your heart. From the hearts of Krishna and his eternal associates, those associates you are very attracted to. For example, you like cowherd boys who play with Krishna. You heard some stories about cowherd boys who play with Krishna. Or gopis, cowherd girls, who always please Krishna, who always serve him so nicely. Yeah. So from their hearts into your heart, a ray comes. And your heart melts with variety of tastes. That is called bhava, or ecstatic emotion. So that is the whole other level of bhajan called bhava bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is what we're doing in material bodies, made of bone and blood and everything. We're serving, we're trying to get freed from all unnecessary things. We're trying to please Sri Guru like this. And then on the level of ecstatic emotion, our bodies become practically spiritualized, and then material body drops. You become situated in your eternally conceived spiritual body, but also gradually. So gradually you enter the lila, gradually you enter ecstatic pastime. So that's prema bhakti. Итак, после того, как преданный достигает уровня асакти, это знаменует конец садхана баджана. Затем из сердец вечных спутников Шри Рады и Кришны луч входит в сердце преданного. Этот луч состоит из тех эмоций, которые преданный лелеет в своем сердце. Допустим, ему нравятся мальчики-пастушки Кришны, или же ему нравятся браджа-гопи, и их настроение служения Кришне. И так он привлекается их служением. И этот луч входит в сердце преданного. Луч входит в сердце преданного. Так сердце преданного тает в многообразии вкусов. Это называется бхава. Бхава. Вот. Такой преданный называется рати джата, тот, в сердце которого проявилась рати. Затем он постепенно становится преми садаком и идет в сторону премы. Так према в его сердце проявляется. Sounds a bit complicated for the beginning, maybe, but anyway, this is the path. And what I wanted to say, you'll see it in one shlok, in one verse. So Shraddha, or faith, is the little spark of prema, pure love, pure love. So, what does it mean? When you hear Krishna's name, somebody sings, well, some faith is there. Oh, that's the name of God, I heard. Oh, it's very interesting. Let me see. Oh, that book, let me read. But your faith is still sort of mundane, still not, how to say, transcendental. But then you meet a great devotee of the Lord. You meet a sadhu. You meet great devotee of the Lord. So from the heart of the great devotee of the Lord, a special feeling towards Krishna can come into your heart. That is by association. By association. You can feel that devotee's deep, deep feelings, even if you're an ordinary person. For example, when we first met our Gurudev, that was not my first meeting. I met him in Vrindavan, but when Gurudev arrived in Moscow for the first time, 2000, and all the hall was crying, like 300, maybe 400 people. Everybody was crying. There were ordinary people. There were people who came first time. There were people who were praying long years. I want Guru like Prabhupada Swami Maharaj. They saw Gurudev. They were looking at each other. That one is crying. That one is crying. Because something broke through. That is the association. Yeah. So a neophyte devotee, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was describing. Oh, хорошо. Sorry about it. I have to cut myself now. Значит, как зарождается Шрадха? Шрадха значит вера. То есть мы слышим имя Кришны, мы думаем, о, это имя Бога, хорошо, я буду повторять, я беру это на веру. Потом нам попадает книга, которая объясняет, каким образом Кришна, его святое имя отличное, каким образом святое имя трансцендентно, что-то говорит о Кришне, о нашей душе. Затем мы попадаем на Харикатху, великого Вайшнава, в сердце которого эти потрясающие чувства, вот эти потрясающие чувства через общение с ним приходят к нам в сердце. Так, когда эти чувства приходят к нам в сердце, мы чувствуем, как наша шрадха зреет, пробуждается. Так мы можем получить инициацию, и мы можем прийти к осознанию наших взаимоотношений с Кришной в этом процессе. So, thus we are very much inspired to take shelter of that great devotee, because we can see such a devotee, he can give me Krishna. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite para, tomara shakatiyachi, amito kangal, Krishna, Krishna boli, taitava pache pache, as we sing in one song. Krishna is yours, you have power to give Krishna. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite para, tomara shakatiyachi, amito kangal, I'm a poor beggar, I'm just running after you. Krishna, like a beggar in India. Have you been to India? Not yet.
No.
Okay, so in beggars there, sometimes those who are very confident, they stop you like anything. Like this, give. So we are running after him, please give, because this material world, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada said, is not place for gentlemen. Not at all place for gentlemen like this. So that's why we seek the association of someone from spiritual world. That's our great fortune. All Russian wallahs went out. Эй, кому я переводить буду? Хорошо. Ага. Так, то есть, когда мы слушаем эту харикатху от возвышенного преданного, в нашем сердце может появиться желание принять прибежище этого преданного. Потому что это материальный мир, не место для джентльмена. Здесь одни страдания. Это преданность в его сердце, и мы знаем, что он житель духовного мира, поэтому на основе своего осознания он может дать нам великое сокровище святого имени. Кришна Сетомар, Кришна Дитипара, Тамара Шакатиячи, Амито Кангал, Кришна, Кришна Боли, этого Пачи. Кришна твой, у тебя есть сила дать Кришну, а я жалкий нищий, который бежит за тобой и вызывает Кришна. So, Swami Maharaj Prabhupada was first preaching in the West, 1966. He said, like a genuine cry of a child for mother. Well, like this here. Шрила Swami Maharaj Prabhupada в 1966 году на пластинке, которую он выпустил, Krishna Consciousness называлась, сознание Кришны, он сказал, это подобно неподдельному плачу, искреннему плачу ребенка о матери. Пожалуйста. Да, где ты? So, as George Harrison said, we're looking for someone, that's Krishna. We're calling for someone, that is Krishna. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhanapati is a song. Krishna is mother, Krishna is father, Krishna is like a husband also. Dhanapati. It's a folk song, it is said. Кришна отец, Кришна мать, Кришна даже как супруг. Есть такая песня народная. Поэтому Джордж Харрисон сказал, мы ищем кого-то, каждый ищет кого-то, и этот кто-то — это Кришна. So, that is wonderful path of bhajan, which is very, very natural. There's nothing unnatural and nothing boring. Yeah. if you hear people talking about Krishna and it sounds boring, it means those people haven't met very high devotees, or they ignored high devotees. They may have been thinking that they are very high themselves. You know, if you hear about Krishna and it sounds boring, it should be never boring. When we saw Gurudev first, my Gurudev, like those European festivals was coming, Holland, Germany, and those countries, Italy. So completely new people were coming with their children. And one devotee, my godbrother now, he brought his family and I think 2 daughters. And they were like teenagers, like 14, 16. And Gurudev was coming through the crowd and they were looking at him and, oh, he's so nice. He's so lovely, like innocent kids practically. He's so lovely. He's so, you know, because the energy was just captivating them. Yeah? Вот, поэтому в этом пути нет ничего не привлекательного, все очень привлекательное, нет ничего скучного, нет ничего неестественного, все очень естественно. Поэтому, когда Гурудев первый раз приехал, приезжал в европейские страны, я помню фестивали в Голландии, в Германии, в Италии. Вот. Один преданный из Литвы привез свою семью и 2 дочки, подростки, 14-16. И они как бы не очень были в теме, вот, но Гурудев проходил через толпу, проходил мимо них, и они говорили: какой он славный! То есть просто они. Вот, очень-очень произвел впечатление. So Krishna is like this, you know, Krishna is like this. So his holy name is also like this, because, well, you tried to chant, and you were happy. You were happy when you're chanting, right? Yes. Vanessa, very confident. Yes, very happy. Very happy. So that's very natural. Nothing unnatural. That is Krishna, and Krishna is all attractive, really. Yes. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, when you see in this world anything which is beautiful, that is just like a spark of my eternal beauty. It's like a spark of my eternal beauty. So that's how it is. Yes. So the holy name brings 7 wonderful results. We were mentioning yesterday 7 wonderful results. And that is the first verse of Shikshashtaka. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavagni nirvapanam gdihor shriya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. First verse of Shikshashtaka. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Today Radha Mohan was reading all day. He was reading greedily in German. Nice. So we were hearing yesterday. So first, in fact, the 7 beautiful results of chanting of the holy name are described in this verse. So the first one is Cheta Darpana Marjanam. Chitta means, you remember, the subtlemost element in our, well, we're in this material world. That is the heart, we can say heart, or mirror of the heart, mirror of the mind. This is basically the heart. So that is a substance which has so many impressions from this material life. So many impressions, some good, some bad, you know. So that's why we get certain association, we get certain impressions from the moment we take birth. But there's so much rubbish, actually. That's why we were not born in the place where there were Vedic culture, brahmanas, even vegetarianism, and chanting of the holy name, those holy people. We were not born, unfortunately, in those kind of surroundings. Some of us were. Some of us, I don't know, in other religions like Christian, Muslims, some pious parents, possible, but not Vedic culture though, because impressions were not sufficiently exalted, right? Значит, читта, мы помним, это как бы сердце, то есть это зеркало ума, и в нем накапливается огромное количество впечатлений, которые переносят нас из жизни в жизнь, в различные места, где мы рождаемся. Но так как наши впечатления были недостаточно хороши, недостаточно возвышены, мы родились в различных семьях, где не было ведической культуры, не было Может быть, какие-то благочестивые родители были там, может быть, какие-то религиозные принципы были, но ведической культуры не было, воспевания святого имени не было, поэтому впечатления были, в общем-то, так себе. Вот. Но первый процесс из 7 великих результатов воспевания святого имени — это очищение зеркала ума. So the first result, Chetudarpanamarjanam, or the cleansing of the mirror of the heart. When you get from your grandmother, great mirror, right? Like amongst the marble, different types of marble you get. So you get a mirror, and that mirror is covered with dust and grease, mixture of dust and grease. So you need a sponge. You need a sponge. You need very rough sometimes sponge, because it's really contaminated. So that's why we are under the influence, 3 gunas, 3 modes of nature: rajas, sattva, rajas, tamas. Goodness, passion, ignorance. We're under different conceptions. That's why mirror of the heart is contaminated. So we need to clear. But when we start chanting, it's being cleared. Chetudarpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagnya nirvapanam. Bhava mahadavagnya nirvapanam. The great forest fire of material life is being extinguished. Да, значит, Четударпанамарджанам — очищение зеркала ума. Затем великий лесной пожар материальной жизни тушится сразу же после того, как ты начинаешь воспевать святое имя Бхава Махадавагни Нирвапанам. So each result of these 7 coincides to a certain level of bhajan. So these 2, Chetudarpanamarjanam, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, they coincide to all levels from Shraddha to Nishta, from faith to from faith. So your what's it? Chetudarpanamarjanam, the mirror of the mind is being cleaned. Chetudarpana, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, the forest fire of material existence is being extinguished. So when you have Nishta, then the forest fire of material existence is extinguished, means you have no interest in material life anymore. You have interest only in Krishna, naturally, but still some impressions are making some impediments, making some trouble, but you control them by the power of your intelligence. But basically, the forest fire of material existence is extinguished. So that's how it is. Till the level of Nishta. Значит, до уровня Ништи, эти первые 2 результата воспевания святого имени, очищение зеркала ума и тушение лесного пожара материального существования проходят. Вот. Это означает, что лесной пожар больше не бушует, у тебя нет никакого интереса к материальной жизни, и хотя материальные различные самскары, впечатления приходят в твой ум, ты с помощью усилий разума их отсекаешь. Они уже не имеют воздействия. At the level of Nishta, the main amount of anarthas or inauspicious qualities are cleaned. So anartha nivriti is finished. Anartha nivriti. Yeah. So anarthas or undesirable qualities are 16. 4 times 4, they're 16. And they come from 3 sources. Dushkritota means from sinful activities. Sukritota means from pious activities, like good activities. And from 4 sources, I'm sorry. Aparatata, from offenses. And number 4 is from bhakti process. In the course of bhakti, you made some mistakes. So these 4 sources. So basically, at the level of Nishta, 3 out of 4 are finished. Only resulting from offenses, they still hold on till the level of prema even. If you offended someone, especially high Vaishnava, you became envious, you became angry, you became disrespectful. So till the level of prema, or pure love, it's still some smell. So certainly you apologized, you were forgiven, it's still some smell, It's like a scar, still something is here. There's no blood, no injury, but still some, or some smell, you came from, some job, which was related to some smells, So the smell is still there for 3 days, Everybody can. So in that same way. So nishta is very, very powerful situation. Very powerful. Very powerful. So Gurudev gave us actually minimum program. You have to achieve nishta in this lifetime, he said directly. But that's a lot. That's really a lot. Because so much fighting, inauspicious qualities, so much endeavors, so much prayer, oh please make my mind control this, that, so many things. That at the level of nishta, become free, but still buddhi purvaka is that means by power of intelligence you still control those all types of impetus, yes. Значит, уровень ништи очень-очень большое достижение, это свобода от всех возможных анартх и так далее. Вот существует 4 вида анартх по происхождению. 4 вида анартх. Первый – душкритотха, от греховной деятельности, душкритотха двета. Дальше сукритотха, от благочестивой деятельности. Допустим, кто-то рождается богатым. Yes. So if somebody was very pious in the previous life, becomes very rich. So that, opulence also prevents you from doing pure bhajan, it's like headache, So you don't know what to do with that money, and so many temptations, spend here, spend there, and oh my God. So yes, so сукритотха, затем апарадхата от оскорблений, апарадхата, и бхактиютха уже от хода бхакти, то есть несения бхакти. На уровне ништхи мы практически освобождаемся от 3 видов анартх, кроме апарадхата. То есть благочестивые, неблагочестивые и в бхакти мы освобождаемся. Бхактиютха? Да. Ошибки какие-то сделал, не накрыл божества на ночь, божества замерзли. Все в аппаратхе там, да, разные там, случайно или, а может, аппаратхи именно ты специально что-то сделал в служении уже. А и зачем божества накрывать, понимаешь? Не накрыл специально, серьезное оскорбление уже, и так далее. Вот, потом раскаялся там и так далее. Вот, но что касается аппаратхата, они держатся вплоть до начала према, до начальных стадий преданности. So aparadhata anarthas, or those inauspicious qualities which come from offenses, they hold on till the very first levels of prema. First levels, yes. It may seem strange, but still till the first levels of prema, still some smell. Какой-то запах сохраняется до первых уровней. Krishna always has questions. So.
В ходе бхаджана она же как-то мешает все равно, да, прогрессу? Или как вообще происходит, что человек аж с этими аппаратами доходит до према?
Понимаешь, запах остается. То есть, вот запах, даже, допустим, может быть нормальный преданный, но весь в шрамах, да? Потому что где-то там что-то была какая-то травма или авария или что. Поэтому шрамы. Или запах, понимаешь, он пришел с работы, да, там, не знаю, какая-нибудь шахта и так далее, это пыль на нем еще 3 суток. Понимаешь, то же самое.
То есть оно в голове у него постоянно всплывает, да?
Не всплывает.
А как это получается?
Хороший вопрос.
Просто тоже, сопутствующее, тоже хотел бы задать вопрос.
Вот Билва Тхакур. Okay, so they're asking a very interesting question. How is that smell of previous aparada is exactly maintained till the level of prema? How is it expressed? How can you see? How can that devotee feel? So first I'll speak Russian now because her question was there. Значит, вот, например, Билва Тхакур. Have you heard about Bilva Mangal? Have you heard? No. Radha Mohan, have you heard about Bilva Thakur? No. Про Билва Мангала слышали? Слышали, Маникундалу. Ты слышал? Не слышал. Хорошо. Значит, Билва Тхакур был садакой, но он был бхавука бхактой. Он был на уровне бхавы, очень возвышенный, но он был садаком, настоящий садака. Его самадхи во Вриндаване на Гопинат-базаре, Самадхи. Он жил во Вриндаване очень долго, на Кали-Агате. Говорится, что он там жил что-то 700-800 лет. Да. Но он жил давно, до Махапрабху, еще там, ну, как бы, может быть, еще 2 параюга было, как бы, ну, еще влияние ее было, поэтому он долго-долго жил. Вот. И он был, как бы, брахманом, у него была семья, все, и умер отец. И он должен был провести церемонию за отца, шрадху. Он взял столько разных подношений, вот, но у него была любовница, в общем, которую звали Чинтамани. И он поплыл к Чинтамани через реку, там было наводнение, река бушевала, он переплыл через реку, взявшись за как это, деревяшку, да, кусок дерева. На самом деле это был труп, плывущий по реке. Он переплыл. Вот. Затем он подошел к стене дома Чинтамани и перебрался через эту стену, взяв для помощи веревку. Но на самом деле это была длинная змея. И, наконец, он перелез через стену и соскользнул и упал прямо во двор Чинтамани. Она вышла на крик вместе со служанкой: «О, Билвамангал, если бы ты все свое внимание, ты через такую погоду шел ко мне, если бы ты все свое внимание обратил на Кришну, ты бы действительно был достойным человеком». Это его поразило как гром, это сам Кришна сказал. И он пошел во Вриндаван, он сказал, оставил все и пошел во Вриндаван. Он пошел во Вриндаван, всю ночь шел, рассвело, и он зашел в одну деревню. И он увидел одну красивую женщину, которая возвращалась домой, неся ведро с водой. Вот он пошел за ней, и он понял, опять мои чувства меня куда-то влекут. И он стал стучаться в ее дверь. Вышел ее муж. «О, Саду, что ты хотел?» «Позови свою жену». Он подумал, странно, но позвал свою жену. Сказал, дай мне шпильки для волос. Она дала ему 2 шпильки для волос, он выковал свои глаза. Он выковал свои глаза, кровь лилась, но он кричал при этом, «Зачем мне то, что застилает от меня Даршан Кришны?» И он пошел во Вриндаван, и по дороге он заблудился, так как был слепой уже. И какой-то нежный голосок сказал ему, «Баба, Баба, куда ты идешь?» «Я иду в Вриндаван». «О, я вриндаванский, я помогу тебе». Это был очаровательный, темноликий мальчик. Ребята, как его зовут? Да, вот. И он взял его и повел. И так он дошел до Вриндавана, и потом он написал Чаурагараганию Пурушаштаку: «О, Кришна, я не отпущу твою руку, я поймал тебя. И ты вор, но я поймал тебя и посажу в темницу своего сердца, чтобы ты никогда оттуда не выбрался». Окей, so Билвамангала был на уровне бхавы, но вот это вот влечение к Чинтамани вот сработало. Это последствия аппарата в прошлом, я понимаю так. Ну, из прошлых жизней, да. Но потом он очистился полностью, он написал Кришна Карнамриту. Махапрабху, когда был в Южной Индии, он принес Кришна Карнамриту, он обнаружил Кришна Карнамриту Билвамангалы Тхакура. И он восторгался, и он любил очень стихи из этой книги. Вот так.
Получается, что те, у кого нет этой аппаратхи, они как-то плавно идут, а те, у кого эта аппаратха идет вслед, им надо что-то такое конкретно сделать, прям так, как вот что, как глаза себе вот аппарат.
Ну, понимаешь, ну не нужно абсолютизировать, что вот обязательно так должно быть, а может не быть. Okay, so the story of Bilva Mangal now English section. So Bilva Mangal was a great devotee, and but first he was a Brahman. He had a family, and once his father died, so he wanted to make a funeral procession for his father, and he was supposed to bring so much foodstuff and many things for that. But no, actually he took that into a sack of material and flew across the turbulent river. It was great storm on that day. So he flew across the river to see his beloved. He was in love with a prostitute, Chintamani. Her name was Chintamani, you know. Like, he was Bhavaka Vaishnava. Actually, he was on the level of Bhav. He was high devotee. But happened so he was going to prostitute. So that courtesan, you know, like high class, she knew Krishna Lila. She was not like vulgar, you know. She knew Krishna Lila. She was very exalted. She was very nice. like a singer, dancer, everything. Krishna Lila, she knew, but she was courtesan, like, a high level. But how to cross the river? Oh, he took some wooden log. But later he realized there was a corpse, dead body. So then he went on the other side, and there was a path towards a wall of Chintamani's house. Everything was locked. There's a storm, rain, no telephone, nothing. So he took shelter of a rope and climbed over the wall. Actually, that was a long snake. So then it was very slippery, so he fell into the courtyard of Chintamani. And Chintamani heard the shout, and with her maidservant went out, "Oh, Bilvamangal, you are here!" And spontaneously, she said, like Krishna said through her, "Bilvamangal, if you took your attraction towards Krishna from me, then you would have really been great personality." So change of heart momentarily happened because he was on the high spiritual level. He left everything, left Chintamani, and he went to Vrindavan. He went to Vrindavan. All night it was raining, storming. Then in the morning, storm subsided. So he got lost where to go. But then he saw one village. He saw one village, and he saw in the street a nice lady bringing buckets of water to her house. So his eyes again became attracted. So he went after that lady, and the lady shut the door, started knocking the door. Her husband came. "What do you want? Sadhu, what do you want?" "Oh, please call your wife." Strange. "Okay, come. Sadhu wants to talk to you." "What would you like?" "I want 2 hairpins. You give me 2 hairpins for your hair. Sharp, sharp hairpins." So she gave, and he shouted, "Why do I need these eyes? They're blocking my vision of my Lord." And he poked his eyes, and the blood started streaming, and he was crying and crying, but he went towards Vrindavan. He went, "Why do I need those 2 eyes? They're blocking my..." You see?
Yeah.
So then later he got completely lost because he was blind and pain, So then a very wonderful voice, "Baba, Baba, where are you going?" "I'm going to Vrindavan." And the boy is saying, you already probably know the boy's name. And the boy is saying, "Oh, I'm from Vrindavan. I'll show you the way. Give me your hand." And the Bilvamangala took the hand of the boy, and he could understand, "Oh, I cannot really do without this boy anymore." This hand is so sweet, and the voice is so sweet. That was Krishna. So he took him to Vrindavan, and he lived in Vrindavan, it said 700 years or something, 800 years. It was long ago, before Mahaprabhu. And he wrote a great book, Krishna Karnamrita, the nectar for the ears of Krishna. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was traveling South India, he found that book. He brought it to Vrindavan, to Puri. So he was relishing that book, really, really, really deep book, amazing book. Any verse from this book is so nectarian. But he was bhavak, he was great devotee. He's real sadhak. He was like practitioner, Bilvamangal was practitioner. His samadhi is in Vrindavan, in Gopinath Bazaar. One time we can go. If we come to Vrindavan, then I'll take you. We'll never go like in a group, but small group we can go. So, yeah. So, but that's an illustration of how the aparatata anarthas can still be with us. So that was long answer to Krishna's question. All right. Значит, we were speaking about Chetudarpanam Arjunam Bhavamahadavagnirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. So Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam is already for the next level, which is Ruchi. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam means the moonbeams of good fortune make the lotus flower of good fortune to open. So that's Ruchi, means attraction. In this material world, we have Ruchi, or attraction for material things. Ruchi for this, Ruchi for that, you know that. You know better than me. I don't know what's saying. Well, I'm trying to restrict, but still things come, you know. Oh my God, because bad some, but you know. But this level means you have ruchi only for Krishna. You don't notice. Not that I don't care, I don't know what bad thing. You don't even see anything from this world. You're attracted only to Krishna. Like a football fan, a rock and roll fan, doesn't know anything. Oh, my idols, you know, my icons, you know, football, rock and roll, you know, that's it. It's my life. Das ist mein Leben. Yeah. So, but in spiritual sense, it's only Krishna, only Krishna. So that devotee, if he sees a lady in the purple, you know, he still sees, okay, it's a lady, so he's not looking. But the devotee of asakti, the next level, vidyavadu jivanam, that is asakti, means ecstatic attraction. He doesn't see the lady, doesn't notice. A man, a lady doesn't notice anymore. He sees purple color. Purple color means color of Krishna, that's it. It's like, who was that? One devotee, sorry, I forgot the name now, not Murr Gupta, another devotee. He was a doctor and he was serving the king, one king. I think Muslim, yes, was Muslim king, but he was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate. But he was serving a Muslim king and he was a doctor, and all of a sudden he noticed peacock feather. Peacock feather comes from Krishna. So he thought about Krishna and fell unconscious. On that level, you know. So a king woke him. Hey, what's going on? Are you feeling bad? Oh, sorry, it's like a disease, like an epilepsy. Sorry, Your Majesty, sorry, like this. You know, so that's Ручи Асакти. Мы немножко поговорили о Ручи Асакти. Значит, следующий уровень, который обозначается Шрея Кайрова Чандрика Витаранам, это ручи, то есть вкус. То есть распускается благой лотос удачи под воздействием лунных лучей милости. So, ручи. Но ручи преданный, когда он видит девушку в сиреневом платье или как-то фиолетовом, он не смотрит. Вот. Но преданный, у которого есть асакти, видьяваду дживанам, он понимает, что... То есть он видит только фиолетовый цвет, он видит Кришну. Вот как история с одним преданным, не Мурари Гупта, другой, кто же это был? Он служил царю. Царь был мусульманин, правителю. И что-то он там какую-то процедуру делал, и вдруг заметил павлинье перо и упал без сознания. Царь спросил: и что с тобой такое? Простите, Ваше Величество, это как эпилепсия, такая болезнь, в общем. Он объяснился. So this is asakti. Asakti is spontaneous attraction. You don't know anything but Krishna, see? By chanting of the holy name and mercy of Sri Guru. You know, so Guru is on that platform, higher than that. That's the platform we're talking about now, constitute the minimum qualification of Guru. Like Madhyam Uttam. Madhyam Uttam, Gurudev was saying, like Ruchi Asakti. This level, minimum qualification of Sri Guru. Nowadays in Kali Yuga, so many false gurus. Gurudev was saying 2010 in Italy, last European festival on a bridge, you know, sea. He was saying, oh yes, in Kali Yuga everybody can initiate, you know. So false gurus, we have to be really aware, really aware. But if you see, like we are representatives of pure devotees right now, really, like very exalted devotees in Vrindavan. That's why we are, doing all these seminars, and because we're trying to make people meet them and be happy forever, you know. So we should be very alert, you know, really sincere. You know, like I really want pure Guru, you know. If you're really sincere, if you're crying like a child, then you'll get that. You really get that. So, вот эти два уровня ручи и асакти, они соответствуют минимальной квалификации гуру. В 2010 году в Италии на последнем фестивале европейском Шрила Гурудев иронически сказал, ну да, конечно, в Кали-югу каждый может инициировать. То есть кто-то сказал Гурудеву, что вот тут канишки инициируют. Гурудева, конечно, в Кали-югу. Чего только не будет, понимаете. Какие только мультики не будут в Кали-югу. Канишки будут инициировать. Gurudev used to say, ironically, that such a guru is Kanguru, you know. Kanguru is taking all possession of his disciples into his bag and jump off. Yes, так Гурудев говорил, такой лже-гуру, он как кенгуру, то есть он все богатство своих учеников кладет в карман и упрыгивает себе, понимаешь? Вот так вот, поэтому so we have to мы должны быть очень-очень бдительными и должны молиться очень сильно, чтобы подлинный гуру пришел в нашу жизнь. Мы должны быть простыми, как дети, бесхитростными. И тогда подлинный гуру придет к нам. Мы очень рады, потому что мы представляем таких гуру. И все эти семинары проходят ради этого. So, in order to, but real qualification of Shri Guru is bhava and prema. So those two great levels. Anandam buddhivardhanam means your existence is full of bliss, full of ananda, full of joy. Nothing but joy, nothing but pleasure. And then pratipadam purnamritasvadam, this is like beginning of prema. At every step that bliss becomes higher and higher, deeper and deeper. In spiritual world, that ananda or that pleasure becomes deeper and deeper and deeper, never stops, only grows, goes deeper and deeper. Difficult to imagine because we're from the world of time, world of space. It's everything limited. Everything is beginning, end, like this. But that's like eternal and going deeper, going more and more intense, like this. And sarvatma snapanam. So the whole atma, the whole soul is bathed in that nectar. That is prema. First prema in separation, then prema in meeting. When a devotee receives bhava, the first symptom is called spurti. Spurti means momentary vision. Momentary vision. That devotee sees his Lord, a relationship with whom he was cultivating with his spiritual eyes. Eyes no longer material, the spiritual eyes sees. And he sees himself serving his Ishtadev, means the Lord he's supposed to serve. For a moment, like a flash of lightning, and then cries in separation, then disappears. Cries in separation. There's cry and separation that is beginning of prema. In that separation, devotee can leave his body. And then take birth in a place where Krishna came to a certain planet like Earth, this universe, many universes. So, and in association of eternally liberated devotees, like Gopas, Gopis, Krishna's boyfriend, or Gopis, develops his eternal mood. So there he becomes like aspirant for receiving prema, and then gets prema in meeting. So going into lila, first prema in separation, where is my Lord, crying, then finally meeting Krishna. So like that's prema in meeting, and in the spiritual world, actually eternal meeting. Sometimes separation, but meeting. Those couples of the holy name Hare Krishna constitute also meeting and separation. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Radha and Krishna together. Krishna, Hare Hare, then in separation. So separation supports meeting. And that's going the circle like this. So how this circle moves, how it works, then Шрилы Бхактивиноды Тхакура, our acharyas, they describe. So, значит, да, затем, когда преданный восходит на платформу Бхава, первым признаком является спурти, моментальное видение. В течение буквально короткого промежутка, схожего со вспышкой молнии, преданный видит своего Господа, своего Иштадева, и видит себя в своем духовном теле, служащим ему. Да, это Бхава Бхакти. Спурти называется, то есть моментальное видение. И затем это идет глубже и глубже и глубже, тело не выдерживает, затем прямо в разлуке образуется, то есть начинает плакать, лить слезы. о, я хочу, где ты, я утратил тебя, я хочу к тебе, я хочу к тебе. И так он может оставить тело, то есть тело сгорает просто в этой разлуке. И тогда он рождается где-то из чрева гопи, там, где Кришна являет свои лилы сейчас, здесь в материальном мире, называется пракат-врадж. И там он уже становится преми-садаком, то есть он свою прему доводит до совершенства, и это уже будет према при встрече. Так он входит в лилу. Поэтому предпоследняя глава Джайва Дharma, как называется, вхождение в лилу. So Jaiva Dharma, you know the book Jaiva Dharma? Jaiva Dharma? No. Anyway, it's like encyclopedia. So one before last chapter is called Entering the Lila. You're entering the Lila. It's realistic, you see, realistic. So we should not be discouraged. Very soon we will be there, very soon. Very soon. I remember one story in that regard, in the very soon regard. Once, when I was just a young disciple of Gurudev, 1999, Gurudev took us to Parikrama in Vrindavan. And there's one place where Krishna was playing the flute and the stones melted. Because when Krishna was playing the flute, then the solid objects became melted and water became stunned. You know, those moving living entities became stunned. Like cows could not chew the grass, the calves couldn't drink their mother's milk, like statues. Birds could not sing, they're like sages, you know, meditating like this, stopping. And trees usually don't move, but they started moving and bowing down to Krishna with their flowers, giving white carpets, you know, like this. So Krishna playing the flute. So stones melted. And Gurudev said, oh, Krishna gave blessing, very special blessing to Narada, Muni, great sage, Narada. He said, Narada asked for blessing, oh, Krishna, please bless those who come to your places so that when they touch those imprints of yours, very, very soon they will receive prema. So Gurudev said, oh, you've come here and you've touched these imprints of Krishna. It's melted on the stone. This really imprints of Krishna, they're cowherd boys, gopis, different animals, cows, calves, camels, and different. So you touch, and then prema comes into your heart. So Gurudev looked at us and said, so don't hesitate, say don't have doubts. Very, very soon you will achieve prema. Very, very soon you will achieve prema, like this. So I was like young devotee. Yesterday I received initiation, even before that, I think 2-3 days before that, I think so even. It's the very end of Kartika I received Harinam, first initiation. But 2-3 days, you know, first impressions are very deep. So I was just, oh my God, 10 years of chanting Harinam with no guru. And then finally, you know this. So that's what Guru reveals. And then, oh my God, that after initiation, very first day, like it started chanting, was what? I was chanting for 10 years and that I couldn't even conceive this thing works in that way. This holy name works in that way. And after Diksha, second initiation, also chanting Diksha mantras. What? But to speak after sannyas initiation was like burning you throughout, you know, like a new birth, completely new birth, you know? Yes? Yeah. He got Gopala mantra, like introduction to Diksha mantras. Вот. Ой, простите, так, сейчас. Значит, когда прямо приходит в сердце, да, преданный встречает своего Господа, и предпоследняя глава Джайва Дharma называется «Вхождение в лилу», мы это говорили, да? И затем преданный плачет, обретает встречу со своим Господом. Но мы не должны думать, что это где-то далеко. Очень-очень скоро это произойдет. Так же, как Гурудев вселил в нас уверенность. Когда был совсем молодым преданным, я не помню, я получил инициацию или нет, по-моему, даже за несколько дней до этого, в конце Картики 99-го года, Гурудев взял нас на место, которое называется Чарана-пахари. Место, где отпечатались стопы Кришны, мальчиков-пастушков, коров, телят, верблюдов и так далее. Или Кришна играл на флейте, а неподвижные вещи, камни стали плавиться, Ямуна, которая обычно спокойная, стала бурлить, птицы застыли, коровы не могли жевать траву, телята не могли сосать молоко из вымени матерей. Деревья, которые неподвижны, наоборот, стали склоняться перед Кришной и предлагать ему белые цветы или стелить ковер, цветочный ковер. Так Гурудев сказал, Кришна дал благословение Нараде, что любой, который касается этих мест, очень скоро обретет прему. Гурудев обвел нас рукой, сказал, вы только что прикоснулись к этим местам, поэтому есть благословение Кришны Нараде, поэтому не переживайте, не сомневайтесь, очень-очень скоро все вы обретете прему. Очень-очень скоро все вы обретете прему. Я посмотрел, боже мой, вот это да. 10 лет повторял Харе Кришна. Вот, и после инициации стал повторять первый раз. Боже, невероятно. Я никогда не думал, что эта вещь так работает. Что говорить, после второй инициации, после третьей саньяс, то есть прожигает просто полностью. Вот такие вот личные вещи. So, yes, so this is the path of bhajan. So that was the introduction. Now we're starting the class. If you have any questions for this moment, you're welcome. Krishna is very active. She was having questions. So anyway, so some verses. So each yama of Bhajana-rahasya, each part of Bhajana-rahasya has so many verses which support our bhajan. Каждая яма Bhajana-rahasya дает столько стихов, которые поддерживают наш бhajan. So Gurudev was asked one time, is it okay to read when you chant? Gurudev said, how can you chant when you're reading? And how can you read when you're chanting? So do one thing. But it's possible to stop and see into Bhajana-rahasya for another verse. Take this verse, meditate, think, and then chant again. This is a book like for, how to say, supporting our chanting, right? So very, very important. So I'll give you a link for the book.
Yes, and you can also send me the link in Russian because I can translate it with AI.
Oh no, it's in English.
It's in English.
Yeah, it's in English, and
yeah.
I don't know the German. Maybe they printed, but not Krishna Priya, someone else. But anyway, the English is available. I'll send it to you. But the circle I was talking about is in Russian, so you can translate. Yeah. But it's a JPG file. So so these verses мы иногда можем воспевать и потом остановиться и посмотреть какой-то стих, который вдохновит нас. То есть это как бы такая заправка, да, энергии. So these verses are... Шрила Рупа Госвами has written Namashtaka, 8 verses glorifying the holy name. Sudita Shrita Janartirashe Ramya Chidgana Sukha Swarupine Nama Gokula Mahotsavaite Krishna Purnava Pushe Namo Nama. Oh, the holy name, destroyer of the numerous sufferings of those who have taken shelter of you. O embodiment of delightful transcendental bliss. O great festival for the residents of Gokul, Krishna. No difference between Krishna and his holy name. So all the residents of Vraj, Vrindavan, are singing Krishna's names from the very beginning. The gopis churn yogurt to make butter. 4 o'clock they start. And they sing Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Saketi, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. All residents of Braj, Vrindavan, cannot see their lives without Krishna. They're just saying, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? And when Krishna was taken to Mathura, after 10 years and 8 months in Vrindavan, they were immersed in the ocean of separation. According to revealed principles, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityaja padam ekam nagacchati. According to philosophy, Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, but Krishna left. And the residents of Vrindavan were in deep separation. Everything stopped. All preparation of food stopped. All the pots were covered with cobwebs and dust. Everybody was crying and crying and crying. And the dust of Vrindavan became mud of Vrindavan, mixed with tears. But they were singing this song in separation. Bhagavatam says Krishna never returned, but that's not actually true, because he was always there in the meditation. While we were in Windhagen just a few days ago, we were discussing those things. There were some senior devotees there, but that's like our eternal meditation upon the separation Brijbasis, residents of Vrindavan, feel when Krishna goes for Mathura. Mathura only 15 kilometers away, but it's vast difference, A vast difference in mood also. Mathura is like Dwaraka, Puri, those places, but Vrindavan is unique. Krishna has peacock feather there, Krishna has flute, Krishna has yellow pitambara there. He's a wonderful, all-attractive hero, lover boy, like this. And everybody goes crazy, Krishna, like this. So later they went, when Krishna stayed in Mathura, then he stayed in Dwaraka. He stayed in Mathura about 10 years, I think. Then in Dwaraka he stayed. Krishna spent in this world 125 years. 125. But he stayed in Dwaraka for a long, long, long time. And then the residents of Vrindavan met Krishna at Kurukshetra. Because Kurukshetra is a great place of pilgrimage, and they decided to meet there. There was sun eclipse. Sun eclipse is like great calamity. Very, very rarely. Now sun eclipse is like 2-3 times a year. And moon eclipse also. But at that time, like an exclusive event, so very auspicious was to gather and to practice spiritual life, to counteract the eclipse. So anyway, for that occasion, they came together, all residents of Dwaraka headed by Krishna, so many others, so many kings of different provinces, and Brijbasis also came. Brijbasis. The residents of Braj also came, and gopis also came, and gopis saw Krishna. And then Radhika thought, again I'm seeing my beloved, but he is no longer like he was in Vrindavan. No peacock feather, no flute, no yellow pitambara. He is now like son of a king, But my heart is longing towards those moonlit nights on the bank of Yamuna, where Krishna was playing the 5th note, and he was calling us for Rasa Lila. So that's the separation, that's the whole picture I was trying to give you as we hear. It's a meditation, So chanting of the holy name is meditation. It's all about the mood. It's never like just a material sound. No, it's spiritual sound. But spiritual sound has a whole complex of moods, everything is there. Harikatha, How to support your chanting? Hear Harikatha. And after you hear Harikatha, you can go to your places where you stay home, with Bhajana-rahasya. And Bhajana-rahasya is the mood supporter. You can find so much support for your moods. Suditashri in this verse also. So just one verse, one word actually gave so much. I just burst out with, so many things. So Chidgana Sukha Swarup Nama Gokula, Nama Gokula Mahotsavayate. Those words, Nama Gokula. The name of Krishna, the Lord of Gokula, is supporting everyone in Vrindavan. Значит, этот стих из... Sorry about it. It's just... Этот стих из Намаштаки Шрилы Рупа Госвами. Шрила Рупа Госвами написал Кришна Намаштаку из 8 стихов, прославляющий святое имя. И он говорит в этом стихе О святое имя, о разрушающее все страдания тех, кто принимает твое прибежище, о источник восторгающего всех трансцендентного блаженства, о великое праздненство для жителей Гокулы. Так вот, я когда прочел этот стих, меня просто взорвало, я стал рассказывать про то, как все жители Вриндавана поют имя Кришны Говинда Дамодара Мадавити, как только они просыпаются сразу. А когда, то есть они они стремятся увидеть Кришну, и когда Кришна отправляется со стадами в лес, они ждут, пока он вернется. When Krishna goes to pasturing grounds with his cowherd boyfriends, with the cows and calves, and the gopis, they wait for Krishna's return, and they sing his names all day like this. Вот. И когда Кришна наконец уходит, спустя 10 лет и 8 месяцев из Вриндавана его увозит Акрура. Вы можете смотреть наши трансляции, записи из Финдхагена, мы все это рассказываем в основном по-русски. Вот тогда Бриджбаси уже поют эту же песню Говинду Дамодара Мадавити, в великой грусти и печали. Перестают готовить горшки, все покрываются пылью, паутиной. Пыль в раджа становится грязью, потому что слезы текут нескончаемым потоком, и всю пыль превращают в грязь, и все это стекает вниз. И поэтому Шрила Бхактисиддханта Сарасвати Прабхупад сказал, что медитация на чувство Бриджбаси в разлуке с Кришной, когда он отправился в Вриндаван, наше вечное, изначальное вечное занятие. So Шрила Бхактисиддханта Сарасвати Prabhupada said, meditation about the feelings of Brijbasi's residents of Vrindavan in separation with Krishna when Krishna left Vrindavan for Mathura is our eternal constitutional engagement. This is our engagement. Not thinking about objects of the senses of this world. Just when you think about Krishna, you forget about this world, But how to do? You try to think, okay, I'm at home, I'm trying to chant, I'm trying to read, but the more you associate, the more you hear Harikatha live, internet is okay, but especially in Vrindavan, that's why we're inviting everyone to Vrindavan. Radha Mohan can tell you, he's a young devotee from Switzerland, and he visited Vrindavan a couple of times, 3 times already, 2 times. Okay, anyway, so his experience you can hear, and this family also. So this is the fruit of being in Vrindavan and hearing Harikatha. Vrindavan is the eternal place for Krishna. This is not territory of material world. It's eternal territory of material world. So the moods of Vrindavan are within these verses, and these verses support our bhajan. See, so that brings great joy, and you can feel it now. I know you can feel it. It's so wonderful. Значит, эти стихи поддерживают наш баджан, вот, и Кришна вечно пребывает в Вриндаване. Вриндаван — это его зона. Это не место из материального мира. И когда мы слушаем Харикатху, в особенности, когда слушаем Харикатху Вриндавана, это очень поддерживает наш баджан. И пример этих преданных, которые здесь, это пример тех, которые были во Вриндаване и слушали Харикатху. Потому что если просто повторяешь, сидишь как бы линейно дома, да, вот, и ты читаешь что-то, то это хорошо, но когда ты слушаешь Харикатху вживую, ты проникаешься этими настроениями. Эти настроения сейчас посреди вас, и вы это чувствуете. So these moods are being practiced by sincere devotees. When Gurudev left this planet, he said, I'm in every pore of your body. I'm closer to you than the air you breathe. Gurudev said, and that's true. We could feel. That's what separation means. Когда Гурудев ушел из этого мира, незадолго до того, на эту цитату стали медитировать. Я в каждой поре вашего тела. Я ближе к вам, чем воздух, которым вы дышите. So there's a poster. I'm closer to you than the air you breathe. And our Didi, our saintly beloved guardian, hang it just next to her door. So this poster, I'm closer to you than the air you breathe. Значит, я ближе к вам, чем воздух, которым вы дышите. Плакат сделали с этой фразой Гурудев, и вот эта надпись, и наша Диди, наша возвышенная хранительница во Вриндаване, этот плакат поместила рядом со своей дверью. Он там у нее всегда. So it's eternal tattva. It's never destroyed. You know, holy name is never destroyed. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. Помните эту очередность. You remember that sequence. So first you chant the name. Then Rupa, you see, we're discussing yesterday. At the level of Bhav, you see Krishna. First time. Spurti. Then Rupa means form. You see the form. Then when you go deeper and you cry, then not only form, but qualities and pastimes you realize. But even now, we should not be thinking that only the name. No, it's always there, the form and qualities and pastimes. Simply our mirror of the heart is so polluted yet, you know. Some time is needed, you know. When you come from work, like you work in a coal mine, you know, and you're totally black, or, you know, you work like fruit collector, strawberries, you know, and you're red, you know, whatever. So it needs some time, you know, for you to get rid of that. Or you're painting things and you need acetone, isn't it, to clean it all. So some smell will be there, you know. So until you become clean, half an hour will be, or half a day, sometimes half a year. But anyways, time is needed. Time is needed. So you need to be purified. So Harikatha is very alive. And you know, those who speak Harikatha, they are like your best friends. And the relationship is like Lokik Sadbandhuvat. It's like between family members. So we are feeling like members of great family. And we're also family members between ourselves. But we are under the protection of those guardians. So everything is together, you know. Guru, Vaishnavas, Бхагаван. Значит, это атмосфера, которая нераздельно связана с Вриндаваном, все происходит из Вриндавана. И когда Гурудев ушел, это мы говорили, из этого мира, боже, что я наговорил-то все. Так, в общем, это атмосфера, общая атмосфера. Общая атмосфера — это вечная атмосфера. Гуру, Вайшнавы, Махапрабху, Шри Рада и Кришна — все духовно, и это все взаимосвязано. Поэтому, когда мы медитируем на все это, мы чувствуем себя как частью этого вечного. Это вечная татва, все это вечная татва. Поэтому, когда вайшнавы дают нам милость, мы видим, что это трансцендентно, это духовно. Мы не должны думать, что святое имя — это только имя. Там Нама, Рупа, Гуна, Лила, имя, образ, качество, развлечения. Завчера мы говорили о том, что на Бхава мы начинаем постигать Рупу, образ, за который потом в разлуке, да, мы плачем, приходит Рупа, Гуна, качество и развлечения. Это все тоже приходит. Кришна.
Вот первое это имя, да, проявляется. Это, получается, мы должны медитировать на имена Господа, чтобы проявились имя сердца.
Да.
Да, а потом имя, образ, потом на образ медитировать, да?
Понимаешь, не все так, как сказать, линейно. Я бы не советовал переводить это на язык мирской логики.
Я понимаю, как вообще иногда бывает медитировать и на что.
Смотри, значит, мы повторяем святое имя и держим Bhajana-rahasya на столе. Так? Это как наша Библия. Окей? Значит, мы медитируем на святое имя, мы вспоминаем всю атмосферу Вриндавана. То есть прежде всего возникает атмосфера Вриндавана. Мы помним ту харикатху, которая звучала, те места, которые мы посещали. И те шлоки, которые в Bhajana-rahasya напоминают нам о том, что мы... Потом уже, понимаешь, Рупа придет не сразу. Рупу ты Кришну так сразу не увидишь. Да. То есть уровень бхавы идет. Там уже потом Рупа, Гуна, Лила. So Krishna has asked a nice question about like, well, first we meditate on the Rupa, then we meditate on Guna, form, Rupa, then Guna, Lila. I said not everything is in a line like we're doing like step by step in this world. First we chant the holy name. We put Bhajana-rahasya on the table or your desktop, and then you remember Harikatha you heard in Vrindavan, because Harikatha you heard in Vrindavan gave you the whole picture, gave you the whole meditation, like you remember everything concerning Vrindavan. Even the streets, even the like insignificant, seemingly insignificant details, it's like the world. Vrindavan is like home, you know? And Gurudev gave us Vrindavan like this. And when Gurudev was giving Harinam even, and Diksha mantras, we were lucky people. I was translator, into Russian so many times. So Gurudev was saying every time, think I'm in Vrindavan. Gurudev was saying, like he was putting us into Vrindavan atmosphere. Always think I'm in Vrindavan. Yamuna is flowing very, very nicely, kal, 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 kal. Radha and Krishna are sitting on a golden throne. Krishna is taking flute to his lips, and Radhika is serving him betel nuts, like this. And Gurudev was saying, one thing I want to share with you, at initiation, Diksha. Today I am the father, and mantra is the mother. I am taking your hand and putting it into Krishna's hand. This is initiation. So that atmosphere is, even if you're not initiated, still you can hear some smell, some, this Wunderbaum, something really, really wonderful you can feel. Значит, вот, поэтому понимаешь, весь комплекс, что гуру говорит, я сейчас сказал, что Гурудев говорил на инициациях. Всегда думайте, я во Вриндаване. Даже когда Харинаму Гурудев давал, не всегда, но он говорил, думайте, я во Вриндаване. То есть, когда Дикшу давал, он точно говорил, думайте, я во Вриндаване. Ему натечет так сладостно кал-кал-кал. Рада и Кришна сидят на золотом троне на берегу Ганги, Ямуны. Расцветают цветы, бели, чамели, чуй, жасмин и так далее. Поют different flowers, Gurudev was saying, the flowers are blooming, beli, chameli, jui, jasmine, flowers, I mean, parrots chirping, peacocks dancing, cuckoos cooing like this. So he was giving atmosphere. Рада и Кришна сидят на золотом троне. Гурудев, Кришна берет флейту к устам, Радика подносит ему орехи бетеля. Сегодня я отец, а мантра — это мать. Я беру вашу руку и передаю в руку Кришны. Вкладываю в руку Кришны. Гурудев говорил на инициации. Our Pujapad Bhaktivinoda Madhusudan Maharaj speaks something similar his own way. But every Sadguru gives like real spiritual master, gives the proper mood. So that mood is like complex, mood. Каждый гуру объясняет так. Наш Пуджапад Мадхусудан Марадж тоже доводилось переводить, объясняет похоже. Однажды он Гопала мантру объяснял что-то 20 минут вообще. 20 минут. Целую лекцию дал, прямо на инициации. Мы переглядывались только. Переводчик. Боже мой. Там была буквально пара преданных. И для них вот Гопала мантру он объяснял минут 15 минимум. So once Pujapad Madhusudan Maharaj was explaining Gopala mantra for like 15 minutes at initiation. It was a phenomenal thing. Long ago, I was a translator again, So what Sri Guru does, he puts the atmosphere of Vrindavan into your heart. Что Гурудев делает в атмосферу Вриндавана? Вкладывает в сердце. Sometimes at initiation, you may not be able to grasp so many things. Devotees were coming back. Oh, can you please again explain the mantras to me? And Gurudev was saying, Pujapad Madhusudan Maharaj was saying, oh, just hear Harikatha. Because Harikatha is actually explanation of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Yoga-Gayatri mantras. It's a revelation. Because it's all about the atmosphere of Vrindavan. About the place we're bound to. We're going there. Like you're going to some nice country, not necessarily Mexico, but anyway. so let's say that same India, right? So first you talk to a friend who came from India, your good friend, and he or she is saying, oh, cool place, nice place, I visited this, that. And brings you some, flavors, some smells, incense, some spices, some this. So you think, oh. Now you see on TV some program about India. Now you go to Indian embassy, and that's de facto territory of India, no territory of Germany. It's territory of India, although in Germany. So, okay, so then you get a visa and you go. So in that same way, we hear about the spiritual world, we meditate on spiritual world. So the general answer to Krishna Didi's question, how to meditate, you meditate on the reality of spiritual world. So общий ответ на твой вопрос, Кришна, Как медитировать? Медитирую на реальность духовного мира, который вложил Гурудев в сердце во время инициации. Это целый комплекс, понимаешь? Это мир. It's a whole world, spiritual world in your heart. And you can meditate upon your impression, like or what Gurudev gives you. According to your ability, you grasp something and you meditate on that. So that is called like proper chanting, association, like this. Хорошо? Okay? Ответили. Так, еще a few more verses we'll see today. Many paths in this world. In this first yama, there are so many verses, glorifying the path of bhakti. Well, you're already bhaktas, but still it's necessary to know how bhakti is more exalted than other processes. Other processes, karma, jnana, yoga, these processes. Karma means reward-seeking activity. Jnana means empiric knowledge or knowledge of impersonal feature of the Supreme Brahman. Or yoga, mystic perfection, path of mystic perfection. Desire to know the super soul within the heart. So very, very long paths. Naishkarmamyapyachuta bhava varjitam na shobhati jnanamalam niranjanam kutapunasha shodabhadram ishvarena charpitam karmabhyanadhyakaranam. Narada said to Vyasa, even pure knowledge, which is direct sadhana to attain liberation, has no beauty if it is devoid of bhakti to Bhagavan. How then can selfless action, nishkam karma, which is not offered to Bhagavan, and fruitive action, karma, which is always inauspicious in both practice and perfection, be beautiful? Without bhakti, no path is beautiful. Karma is not beautiful without bhakti. Jnana is not beautiful without bhakti. Yoga is not beautiful without bhakti. They're doing some bhakti activities, that's why it becomes beautiful. But then they say to bhakti, goodbye, and they stay with their results. But bhakti is not a maidservant, actually that's a queen. But they treat her like a maidservant, offensive. She's a queen. No problem if you have no knowledge. No problem if you have no qualities, austerity, Bhakti will give you that. Jnana and Vairagya, knowledge and renunciation, are the two maidservants carrying the long dress of the queen. Jnana and Vairagya, knowledge and renunciation, they're carrying. Yes, our mistress. They're following behind, like this, serving. Okay, so the mistress is coming, queen is coming, and certainly everything, orchestra and everything else. Jnana and Vairagya, two main servants, serving, like this. Значит, в этом стихе говорится, что Нарада говорит Вьясе, что даже чистое знание гьяна, да, и что говорить о карме, без бхакти некрасиво, на шобате, некрасиво, значит, не дают результатов. Вот, то есть другие пути, карма, гьяна и йога, они пользуются, как сказать, услугами бхакти, и используя ее как служанку. Но это очень неправильное использование, потому что бхакти — это королева. Но они используют ее как служанку и в итоге совершают оскорбление. Вот. Не нужно печалиться, если у нас нет знания. Не нужно печалиться, если у нас нет отречения. Бхакти все даст. Бхакти все. Тебе не будет хотеться того, что хочется сейчас, и у тебя появятся знания, которых нет сейчас. Уже завтра они появятся. Чуть-чуть потерпеть, милость от гуру еще получить, и это все придет. Гьяна и бхакти Шрила Вишванатха Чакраварти Тхакур сравнивают с двумя служанками, которые несут шлейф королевы. Бхакти — это королева, а они несут шлейф. Гьяна и вайрагья, знания, отречения сверху несут. Вот. Поэтому не нужно расстраиваться, что пока каких-то достижений нет. И нужно просто... Бхаджана-рахасьи — стихи, которые говорят о высшем предназначении бхакти. Lord Brahma once made a mistake. You know Brahma, four-headed creator of the universe. Yes. You remember the Leela when he stole Krishna's friends and cows and hid them in a cave. You remember that story? Anyway, once he said this verse after that. Once Brahma saw, oh, Krishna is so popular, Everybody is worshipping Krishna, like, oh, he's great, and everybody chants his name. And in Vrindavan, but he was thinking, let me test Krishna, if he's really like so powerful, so wonderful. So Krishna was his boyfriend and his calves, and he was having a lunch at these pasturing grounds. The mothers of the cowherd boys bring them some, tashin with some with some food, pakora, samosa, nicely made tashin, and they were okay. Very, very well. Let me taste first. They're so close to Krishna, they want to taste first before Krishna. Oh, very nice. Let me taste first. Now you taste. Before the Lord. What is that? Was is das? Schweinerei. What is that? What is that? But actually, that's the atmosphere of Vrindavan. But Krishna noticed that, the cows went far away. Calves went far away. So the boys wanted to get them. Krishna said, no problem. You stay here. You take your meal. I will take them out back. And then Brahma said, it's my golden opportunity. And he stole the cows and the calves and hid them in a cave and blocked them with big stones, boulders, But actually that was Mayik. They were like special set. They were illusory, especially for Brahma. Otherwise, he cannot grasp Krishna's eternal associates. He's just head demigod, but anyway, he's from material world. And went to his highest planet, Brahmaloka, and spent one moment there. In the course of that one moment of Brahmaloka, the whole year passed in the earth. The whole year, 1 year passed in the earth. So when Krishna came back, he saw, where are my cowboys? He understood. That's Brahma's thing. So, okay, when Brahma came back, he saw Krishna again with his cowherd boyfriends, as if nothing happened. What's going on? Was ist das? Schweinerei. So he saw with his two heads, he saw the cowherd boys and friends in the what's it called? Cave, sleeping in mystical sleep. And the others are still playing with Krishna. So what's going on? Cannot understand it. 8 pairs of eyes rubbing. What's going on there? What's going on? So four pairs of eyes. And then Krishna gave mercy to him and exhibited his forms in each and every form of cowherd boy and a calf. Was 4-handed Krishna. Swayam Bhagavan Vishnu, 4 symbols: lotus flower, club, disc, and conch. So Brahma seeing, okay, I'm like this, in India. If somebody does bad, then you have to squat, jump, like, I'll never do that. I'll never do that again, Never do. No, like this. I'll never do that again. I'll never do that. So Brahma, my God, he started praying to Krishna. 40 prayers. 40. One of them is here. 40 prayers. And Krishna standing like this, carelessly, mixture of yogurt and rice in his hand, not looking at Brahma. If you're listening or not clear. Never said anything. So Brahma is praying into emptiness, nothing. So Krishna was just ignoring. Because Brahma having so high position, and Krishna was just, Brahma was. So, значит, я рассказал Брахма Вимохана Лилу о том, как Брахма похитил мальчиков, пастушков и телят. Однажды Брахма увидел, что Кришна такой популярный, все ему поклоняются, то есть все его прославляют. Почему это так? Я хочу испытать его. Может быть, он не верховная личность Бога? Посмотрим. И он решил украсть мальчиков, пастушков и телят. Кришна однажды пошел с мальчиками-пастушками пасти коров, сел на лужайке, они стали обмениваться своими завтраками. Если очень что-то вкусное не увидят в Кришне в кошелке, то ближайшие друзья возьмут и откусят первые сами. А потом, теперь ты ешь, уже очень вкусно, теперь ты ешь перед Господом Богом. Это же вообще свинство, Шрайнерай. А потом, этот Брахман, он увидел, что коровы убрели очень далеко, и Кришна пошел за ними. А Брахма подумал, это Харибол, это моя золотая возможность украсть мальчиков-пастушков и телят, он их украл. То есть он не мог прикоснуться к вечным спутникам Господа. И он взял, как их маяльные копии, и отправился. Значит, 3 было комплекта. 3, второй был невидимый, а 3 Кришна сам проявил. Вот. И, значит, завалил их валунами, поместил в пещеру, и они уснули мистическим сном. Брахма отлучился на мгновение на Брахмалоку, вернулся и смотрит, Кришна и мальчики-пастушки играют, как ни в чем не было, он на той же лужайке. Он, что такое? Протирал глаза, 2 головами посмотрел в пещеру, они там на месте, и здесь они тоже на месте. Что такое? И тогда Кришна смилостивился над Брахмой и дал ему видение. Он увидел их в 4-руких образах Вишну. И Брахма понял, я совершил большое оскорбление, начал совершать, значит, молитвы предлагать. И тогда Кришна стоял и просто не слушал даже. То есть он с смесью риса и йогурта и смотрел, не смотрел даже в его сторону. So one of the verses from those prayers of Brahma, Shriya Sritim Bhakti Mudasyate Vibho Klishyanti Kevala Bodha Labdaye Tesham Aso Kleshala Eva Shishyate Nandyat Yathastula Tashava Ghatinam. O Lord, devotional service unto you is the main source of all kinds of auspiciousness. Those who give it up, this path, only cultivate jnana, will simply undergo hard work, suffer pain, and achieve difficulty, just as the only gain of a person who beats empty husks is hard work, not rice. So sometimes devotees practice bhakti, and then they go for jnana, for some analytical knowledge. I have to analyze. So Brahma made a fatal mistake. He was doing, okay, Krishna, Krishna. He was presuming, okay, supreme, but like he saw, is he really supreme, you know? So he wanted to test. He wanted to test Krishna. You know, he saw before Krishna killing Agasura demon. He killed the snake Agasura, big snake. So then the soul of Agasura entered the body of Krishna. So Brahma became, what's this? You know, is it really like Supreme Lord? I have to check. I have to test. You know, my own. So he became like Jnani, you know, investigator. Okay, like empiricist. So he started investigating, but he's saying like, I understand now, this is like beating empty husks over, like when they make rice. Once we were taken to rice factory in India, and there were different stages of rice production. So first rice is rough, and it has husks on top, you know, so they have to polish, they have to remove. So, and husks go separate. So in that, like some type of container of those husks, you know, there's nothing there, just husks, you know. You cannot use for any food or anything. So jnana is like this. You're trying to understand with your brain. It's a great impediment. You can just go nowhere. And I saw even devotees, you know, even after Diksha, making same mistakes as Brahma. It's great mistake to go into jnana. So Brahma is saying, oh, fire on me. I went into, you know, beating the husks. So you beat the rice, you get husks out when you beat. But if no rice, only husks, you beat that, you know, you get nothing. Like milking a goat or milking a bull, you know. So the goat, a bull has no milk because male. So you have to go to a cow, go to a she-goat, then you can get milk. Yeah. So bhakti is like this, and jnana is, I think it's clear. So, right. Значит, Брахма понял, что он совершил фатальную ошибку, что он пошел в сторону гьяны, на самом деле бхакти — это путь, и он как бы признавал сперва Кришну верховную божественную личность, потом после того, когда он видел, что душа Агасура, которого Кришна убил, змеевидного дева, она вошла в тело Кришны, он начал сомневаться, я не могу поверить. И начал проверять, а что Кришна сделает, если украду его мальчиков, пастушков и телят. Поэтому он пошел в сторону гьяны. И здесь он сравнивает гьяну со взбиванием рисовой шелухи. Потому что, когда бьют рис, взбивают, они отделяют шелуху, плевелы отделяют от зерна. Вот. Но если это просто контейнер с плевелами, то что его взбивать? Там ничего не будет. Поэтому своими усилиями мы не можем постичь Кришну. Мы должны только предаться. So by our own efforts, absolutely impossible to know Krishna. It's like Brahma's situation, husks. So we have to surrender, you know. If you want to cross, in Switzerland you have many mountains. So you want to cross a mountain, you have to surrender to the guide, right? If I go to, you know, Radha Mohan Prabhu's area, you know, mountains, you know, start traveling alone, I'll break my leg. So I need a guide. I need him or some person local, you know. Okay, you go here, you turn left and right. Otherwise, you know, by your own effort, you'll just get lost and you break your leg. So that is the path of jnana. Many, many other things. I'm just looking for some best. Oh, this will be last verse for today. Madhura Madhura Metan Mangalan Mangalanam Sakala Nigamavalli Satpalam Chit Swarupam Sakrite Peparigitam Shraddaya Helayava Brigavaranaramatram Tarayat Krishna Nama. Skanda Purana is saying about the holy name. The holy name is the most auspicious of all that is auspicious, and the sweetest of all that is sweet. It is the fully ripened transcendental fruit of all the creepers of the Shrutis, means Vedas, Upanishads. O best of the Bhrigu dynasty, if a person even once chants the name of Krishna without offense, be it with faith or indifferently, that chanting will deliver him from the bondage of material existence. Значит, последний стих, который мы сегодня разберем, из Сканда Пураны, который мы вначале тоже цитировали. Святое имя самое благое из всего самого благого. Это сладчайшее из всего самого сладкого. Это полностью созревший плод лианы или древа Шрути, то есть Веда Упанишад. О лучший из династии Бхригу, тот, кто повторит имя Кришны хотя бы однажды без оскорблений, с верой или даже без веры, такое воспевание освободит его от тяжелых ситуаций материального существования. So, with faith or without faith. There are three levels of chanting, if you remember, we were mentioning yesterday. Nama aparada means offensive chanting. When especially you receive initiation, the 10 offenses of the holy name, we were discussing one before, or last time we were discussing, you were not here anyway. The 10 offenses we were discussing. So also without offense, there are two types, with faith and without faith. Without offense, but can be with faith, can be without. So with faith is a very, very large, high level. You know? It makes you karma free. You have no karma. That's the level of ruchi, asakti. Then you have no karma. But even without faith, big, big, big result. Have you heard the story of Ajamila?
I don't know, no.
Ajamila, who was very sinful and whose son was called Narayan. Narayan?
Oh, no, yes.
Narayan, yes. So that story is. And pure holy name, Shuddhanam. Pure holy name. Значит, существует три уровня святого имени. Оскорбительное воспевание, нама аппаратха, в особенности, когда, значит, ты получил инициацию, и Гурудев сказал, повторяй святое имя, но соблюдай, то есть не избегай 10 оскорблений, а ты не избегаешь 10 оскорблений. В итоге оскорбительная ситуация происходит. And second, второе это, и, как называется, Нама Абас, тень святого имени, с верой или без веры, о чем здесь говорится в этом стихе, с верой или без веры. С верой это очень возвышенный уровень и полностью нейтрализует карму. Без веры это как Аджамила, да, то есть история с Аджамилой. И третье это чистое святое имя, это уже сам Кришна. So, when you chant without faith, four types without faith. What are they? The first one, meaning something else, like Ajamil. His son was Narayan. Ajamil was a great sinner, but his young son was Narayan. He was only 5 years old. And when Ajamil was dying, the ferocious servants of Yamaraj came. Those Yamaraj servants were like having tusks and black, red eyes. You're a sinful servant of a prostitute. Will now bring you to our master, Yamaraj. And out of fear, despondency, helplessness, chanted Narayan, Narayan, calling his son because he was attached to Narayan. Narayan, let's go, let's play. Narayan, again you're naughty. Narayan, let's play like this. Narayan, Narayan. And they were stopped by Vishnudutas. 4 Vishnudutas. There were 3 Yamadutas because he was making sins with his body, mind, and words. So there were 3 big, terrible monsters. And they were stopped by Vishnudutas, the shining residents of Vaikuntha, servants of Lord Vishnu, with 4 symbols: conch, club, lotus flower, and
I don't know.
disc, yes. And Ajamila has already performed atonements. He has chanted the name of our master. So it's not your jurisdiction. We have to take him to our master, spiritual world. Then after Ajamil left everything, he was so much repentant. Oh, I'm a sinful husband of a prostitute. What have I been doing with my life, etc., etc. At the beginning, I was a brahmana, pure, but then I saw prostitute and I fell down with her, and 10 children she gave me. I was doing all sinful activities. I was killing, I was raping, I was eating meat, this, that, this. He was chanting. The holy name went to the holy place of Haridwar. Haridwar, yes. And then when his chanting became Shuddha, then associates of Vishnudutas came to him again, and in the celestial mansion, celestial, spaceship, they took him to spiritual world after some time. That's the story of Ajamil, greatest sinner, There was no sin he was not performing. No sin. But he was never criticizing Vaishnava. Never seeing Vaishnava, so no one to criticize. So that's why very, very soon he received liberation like this. So this is without faith, Narayan. So this is first type, meaning something else. In India, people very clever. They call shops Krishna sweets, Radhika travels, So people think about sweets. People think about travels. They don't think about Radha, Krishna, Who's Radha and Krishna? Who are they? Oh, sweets, okay. Krishna sweets. Radha, okay. Travels. Radha, travel. So this is called Nama Abbas. Sanketya means meaning something else. Meaning something else. Second one is like joking, joking. So we go in the street and children say, Krishna, Krishna, like this. People with bottles of beer, Krishna, Krishna. They're joking. Very good. Asheshaga haram vidu means unlimited sins eradicated by saying Krishna one time. Person can be eating meat, drinking beer, One time saying Krishna, unlimited amounts. So powerful, the holy name. So powerful. We have to have that faith. Prabhupada Swami Maharaj was joking, we say Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, you get nothing. Not even a bottle of Coca-Cola will come. Or say Hare Krishna, there's something, Krishna will come. Not only Krishna, Radha Krishna will come. Radha and Krishna will come simultaneously. So the second level. Then the third, я сейчас по-русски начну, прошу прощения. The third one is musical performance. Boy George, bow down, Mr. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Well, what to speak, Bhakta George Harrison, it's like, oh my Lord, Hare Krishna. But he's a devotee, really, like Bhakta George Harrison was serving devotees. He presented with his house, Bhaktivedanta Manor, near London. Some devotees, some people are just singing Hare Krishna because they like it, because they say Krishna in their songs, some of them, One Russian group sang Haligali Krishna, Haligali and Krishna, Haligali Krishna, just joking, Krishna is there, okay, it's the credit. So musical performance, or actor playing the part of Narada, Narada, great saint. So he always speaking Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Sometimes Radhika Raman, sometimes Narayan, Narayan. He always has shikha like this, standing, and he's with his veena and is arriving from outer space. Narayan, Narayan. The actor may be like bogus, smoker, like no really faith in God, maybe communist, who knows. But he, according to scripture, Narayan, Narayan, have to speak, have to speak. So, okay, Narayan, Narayan, there's nothing to do with Narayan, the guy, maybe sense enjoyer, but okay, musical performance. Number 3, theatrical performance. Now, number 4 is negligently, like, who is that Krishna? So where the Krishna Mishna? You're saying what Krishna Mishna? Like a boy, became Hare Krishna, went to the temple, and his grandfather saying, grandmother, again you're the Krishna Mishna. Again you're going to your Krishna Mishna? So this Krishna Mishna is nothing, but Krishna is something. So this is like negligent, no offense. There is no offense. He's not saying, Krishna is like this, Krishna is like that, and that. Krishna means black, that's Krishna really means dark, that's Shyama Sundari, wonderful complexion. But that's offensive if you say, Krishna black, demon, they say this offense. But if they're saying like negative, so what Krishna, we are saying Krishna, Krishna. So what is your Krishna Mishna, So, okay, this is negligence. But in these 4 cases, the rule is Asheshaga Haram Viduhu. So, means unlimited amount of sins eradicated. Значит, в этих 4 случаях Санкетья, Парихасья, Стоба и Хелана. Значит, это повторение святого имени без веры. Все равно, как говорится в этом стихе, с Аджамила Упакьяна, история об Аджамиле, бесчисленное количество грехов уничтожается. Вот, то есть, первое, если ты зовешь своего сына, допустим, Кришна, да, Кришна Sweets, твой магазин, Кришна Travels, твое бюро путешествий, вот, это санкетия, то есть указывая на что-то другое. Вот. Это лучший вариант. На самом деле там от менее безобидного к более безобидному идет. Дальше шутки, да, мальчики шутят там, или люди с пивом сидят, и преданные проходят, Кришна прошли, значит, шутят, ладно там. Вот. Театральное исполнение, да, музыкальное исполнение, bow down, Krishna, bow down, Mr. Hari Rama, Hari Krishna, Boy George, там, все эти вещи. Вот. Или там актер играет народу в фильме, с Нараяной ничего общего не имеет. Он может там какой-то, не знаю, курильщик там или что-то, атеист. Но у него по сценарию Нараяна идет, нужно сказать. Значит, он говорит Нараян. Все. 3-й тип стоба идет. 4-й тип пренебрежительно. Внучок пошел в храм Хари Кришна, стал преданным. Бабушка, дедушка, опять ты в свою Кришну-мишну идешь, понимаешь? Пренебрежительно, но без оскорблений. Кришна есть, Кришна на языке, все зачитывается. Если человек там начнет копаться, Кришна, значит, черный, значит, ты к демону поклоняешься, это уже оскорбление. А там, что Кришна, что Кешт, Кришна. То есть такое как бы без злого умысла, но пренебрежительно. Вот это тонкая грань. Вот. Это 4 случая, после которых Ашешага Харамгду, то есть бесчисленное количество грехов исчезает. So, the holy name is our life, holy name is everything, holy name is our only possession, holy name is our only shelter. So, actually, this material world, you see, we know from Vedic philosophy, is ruled by Maya, Mahamaya, the great illusion. And whatever we do, the result is you are captured. You cannot do anything. She will capture you. Hands and legs will be bound. So no sense, no point in fight for freedom. Freedom from what? How can you fight for freedom in a jail? You know, this material world is like a jail. How can you protest against the jail rules? You cannot be abolished, those jail rules. They'll become even more strict. You're raising your voice, we'll give you 5 extra years, Sitzen. Right? So that's why this path, gives you fearlessness. So much, especially in Europe now. The war is, coming, and fear. We sang, Manikundala sang today, Abhaya Charanaravindare, Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nanda Nandana, Abhaya Charanaravindare. No. All soul worship worship Krishna. That will bring you fearlessness. You will become fearless. That is the shelter, you see, shelter. But our humble little group, we are trying to, introduce our shelter, particular shelter, our beloved guardians in Vrindavan who are really, really exalted pure devotees, who are really, really carrying the conception of our Guru Parampara, our beloved Gurudev, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, like this. So, Святое имя — это наше прибежище, наше прибежище. Этот мир полон страха, как Маникундала спела сегодня, Баджагуре Мана Шри Нанда Нандана, Абхая Чаранаравиндаре. Поклоняйся Кришне, Нанда Нандане, и тогда ты станешь бесстрашным. То есть бесстрашие — вот это то, что приносит Харе Кришна Махамантру. Здесь, в Европе, много страха, говорят, там что-то война, того, всего. Вот. Но Святое имя приносит бесстрашие, потому что когда мы воспеваем его, мы становимся бесстрашными. У нас есть прибежище, это самое главное. Столько людей без прибежища, столько людей без прибежища. А это наше, это самое близкое. Chanting the holy name, this process, even without initiation, will save you from most terrible dangers. That is like you have, Krishna, you have. All these people are innocently ignorant, they're thinking they have no shelter. So that's our also duty to help others. But first help yourself. That's the thing. Be strong yourself, then you can help others. Otherwise, if you rush to help others, then yourself you'll be. So how to say that? I say practice what you preach. No, first practice yourself, then become strong, then preach. I would like to thank our dear devotees in Steinheim here, and the devotees who joined, family of Krishna Chandra and Krishna, and Manikundala, and Bhakta Peter, and those who have visited us from Switzerland, Radha Mohan Prabhu and Vanessa. We're very happy to see you. Thanks a lot. It was amazingly nice home, little seminar. It was nice atmosphere. And tomorrow morning I'm starting for Vrindavan, so please wish me good. And I think we'll meet again. We can meet in the summer if you want. And Manikundala wanted to go and chant outside.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes, very nice, very nice, very nice. So we can organize for another weekend. I could come because I was planning England, and on the way to England I can go. But that will be July, August, maybe. It's July, August, those months. Because month of Purushottam is coming, May to June, May 15th of May, 15th of June. So I'll be in Vrindavan. We're very hot. But there will be holy month of Purushottam. It's a rare month, like leap month. It comes every 2 years, 8 months, and some 2 weeks, something. And so last time was like 2 years, 8 months ago. So I have to be in Vrindavan, then I have to go to Europe, so we can meet again. Thank you so much, and danke schön. And never say Auf Wiedersehen. I mean Auf Wiedersehen, but then again, Radhe Radhe Hare Krishna, again saluting. So thank you so much. Очень-очень благодарен дорогим трансцендентным кабанцам, как мы их называем. Кришна Чандра, Кришна и Маникундала, и Бхакта Петр, Прабhu. Вот, специально за звуковое сопровождение особое. Вот, и преданным, которые приехали к нам, дорогому Рада Мохану Прабhu из Швейцарии, и Ванессе, которая пришла, очень-очень благодарна. Это вышел такой неожиданный, маленький, домашний фестиваль, как сказать, семинар по Bhajana-rahasya. Большое спасибо за вашу преданность. Вот. И это прекрасно. У меня только одна просьба, значит, не забрасывайте проповедь. Вот. Маникундала может идти, распространять книги очень смело. совершенно спокойно. Вот. И просто раздавать или брать что-то взамен, как хочешь. И вы можете вспомнить ваших старых друзей, да, и с посещениями домой и так далее. Все это нужно делать. Так что огромное спасибо. Харе Кришна. Завтра отправляюсь в Вриндаван. Пожелайте хорошего пути. И встретимся с вами на семинаре возобновленном по читанию Шикшамрити уже 10 числа. Так что, я думаю, скоро встретимся. Раде-раде, Гор Примананде, Хари Бол. And at the end, we can sing again, this song, Bhajahure Mana, and then Arati, 10 minutes. And you can take prasad after that, and we can discuss something individually if you want. Хорошо, значит, кто споет? Давай я спою. Bhajahure Mana. So again, the page is, as it was before, I think this is the last song we sang, more or less. 582 русских. Так, а в этом Bhajahure Mana, Гити Гуча... 100, I'll tell you, Bhaja, 137. It's 137. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange, Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange, Taro He Bhava Sindhure, Taro He Bhava Sindhure. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Shitayatapa Bhata Varishana, Edina Jamini Jagire. Shitayatapa Bhata Varishana, Edina Jamini Jagire. Vipale se vinu kripana durajana, Chapala Sukala Balagire. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Edhana Jovana Putra Parijana, Ite ke ache parati tire. Edhana Putra Parijana, Ite ke ache parati tire. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala, Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala, Bhajaho Hari Pada Nitire, Bhajaho Hari Pada Nitire. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Bhajahure Mana, Shri Nandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana, Pada Sevana Dasyare. Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana, Pada Sevana Dasyare. Pujana Saki Jana Atmanivedana Pujana Sana Atmanivedana Govinda Dasa Vilasare Govinda Dasa Vilasare Jahure Mana Shinanda Nandana Abhaya Charana Ravindare Jahure Mana Shinanda Nandana Abhaya Charana Ravindare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo Haribo Nitai Gaur Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Giridhari Radha Lalit Madhav Ji ki Jai Krishna Balaram Maharaj ki Jai Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga ki Jai Paramarajatam Guru Pad Padma ki Jai Gaur Premanande. Thank you so much. Radhe Radhe. Now we'll sing Arati and then Prasad for those who want.